Yo, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Free smoke in the building, man. Stand up, man, for everybody, man. What is going on? Because we got modern day muscle right there. We also have garage driven right there, man. How's everybody doing, man? How was your guys' Thanksgiving? All that good stuff.
Man, it was good. I'm going to the gym tomorrow morning. Yo.
Hey, I had leftovers for like days, man. So I ate enough. Trust me, I had enough to eat, bro. Tired of that shit, man.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Yo, we had ham. We literally just yesterday we finished eating like all the rest of the ham and the turkey and everything. Yo, my little son, bro, Noah, was like, "You guys are obsessed with ham," and we were like, "No, it's not that we obsessed with ham. It's just like we got to eat all the leftovers." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want to let it go to waste. That's crazy.
He was so tired of eating this thing for 3 days straight, bro.
Yeah, turkey too. Yeah, turkey too.
Yeah, of course we had turkey and ham. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, man, hey, let's go ahead and get into the live stream of today, man. Appreciate everybody who's joining right now. Tim Go Mango 392 say what's up, my Dodge Brothers, man. I as well with you guys, man. Appreciate y'all, man. And then of course we got the real New York in the building, man. New York in your city.
Salute.
Big time salute, man. Everybody smash that like button. Yes, sir. When you guys come in, make sure you guys smash that like button. If you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe as well. We got Mr. Neil in the building, the real SRT. You know what I'm saying?
Going on.
If y'all don't know, man, that is Garage Driven's brother. I was gonna say his better half, not his better half, right? But his brother right there. That's his brother right there.
What?
That's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all.
What's going on this Sunday?
Swag Pack Shaq in the building, man. Big time salute to Swag Pack Shaq. Jafaria as well, man. What's going on? Yes, sir. The real New York salute, man. Big time salute to you, man. Of course, we got Certified 392. What's happening? What's going on, man? Appreciate everybody for joining us today, man. Hey, I didn't want to waste no more time, man, because we got a special guest in the building. If you guys are on IG, if you guys are in the Mopar world, the Mopar, even a sniff of the Mopar community, maybe you're not all the way full-fledged into it, but you kind of dabble in the Mopar world. Bro, you know who this guy is. I
was about to say, if you own a Mopar and you don't know this car, I don't know what
something's wrong.
I don't know. Yeah, something's wrong, bro.
Something's wrong.
You ain't paying attention. You ain't paying attention.
Like when you want to come in and get into the Mopar community, bro, like they hand you a brochure with his car on the brochure. Like, here you go.
Word.
This is it right here. You know what I'm saying? This is the pinnacle of what you need to know as far as the Mopar community. Him and probably Demonology, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? They on the same pamphlet together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, man, enough of all that, man. Yo, let's go ahead and introduce this man. Big time special guest in the building. Say one time with me, man. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Hellcat Enforcer himself, man.
What's up, guys? What's going on?
Oh, man.
What's going on?
Chilling, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Big time round of applause.
Yo, I'm in the background laughing, listening to you introduce me. That's funny. That's funny to me.
I gotta bring you in right, man. Bro.
That's dope.
But yeah, man. So we got Hellcat Enforcer. I would say, man, it's funny, man. This is the first thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna let you introduce yourself and everything else. But when we was bringing them on, man, you know, when I was trying to schedule everything, it's so funny, man, because he got one of the dopest cars in the game. And we did a thumbnail. He just had his car. And he was like, yo, can you do a thumbnail with me on it? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a car, and that's it. So I was like, man, all right, yo. So we definitely going to put you on there, man. You can see most people even put like their handle or whatever it is. And he put Greg, man. So you could just tell how humble off the rip he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't let the car speak for himself, basically. That's what I'm trying to get at, man. So big time salute to that. So let's go ahead and introduce you, man. So Greg, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let you run with it for a couple of minutes, man. Hellcat Enforcer is your car, or at least that's your handle on IG. You know, your name is Greg. Introduce everybody to who and what, you know what I'm saying, the Hellcat Enforcer and Greg is as a person.
That's a lot. First of all, I just have to say the real reason why I wanted you to put my face on it, not just the car, because I saw Steph Mount the Fame, and I was like, yo, how are you using this whole face and people don't even know who I am? So
yeah,
I want you to see this a little bit because I don't really focus on this on the page. So
right.
I didn't want people to be like, who's this guy? You know.
Right.
But
some people do hide behind their cars, though. Honestly,
That's true.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people do. Yeah.
Believe it or not, so many people come up to me and approach me because of Steph's video, the video that we did, that first one when the car was red. That one, so many people are like, yo, I saw you.
Well, don't let's not let. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
All right.
Yeah. Let's not let out too much too fast. But go ahead, man. Like I said, introduce everybody to who Greg is, the person behind Hellcat Enforcer.
I am 22-year retired veteran. You can see some of this stuff on the wall.
Thank you for your service.
I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate that.
I don't know if you know, I'm also a fellow veteran as well. So,
all right, thank you for your service.
Certified 392 is also a fellow veteran.
That's
yeah, man. So we definitely doing the big. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
I did 4 years Navy and about 18 years in the Air National Guard. One tour Afghanistan, and man, I'm just a guy who likes to be creative. Been into cars since I could say the word car. And, you know, I'm just trying to fulfill childhood dreams right now. I'm just having fun, you know, just trying to be creative. Instagram, a lot of people know me through Instagram. It's just my creative outlet. That's all it is. The car is my creative outlet. So I'm just having a good time.
All right. So let me ask you this. So what started you on the whole thing? Like what got you into like the Hellcat? Like when you first went and bought a Hellcat, I think what year is yours? 2015, if I'm not mistaken.
15. Right? I'm apologizing right now because if I'm touching the camera, it's slipping. But yeah, 2015. What got me into the Hellcat? Well, the Charger that I have right now, the Hellcat is my fourth Charger. I've had 4. It's my first Hellcat. I had 2 SRT8s and 1 RT. What got me into the Charger, what got me to the Mopar world was, you know, I probably had 20 cars, 15 cars over the years. I was a big European car guy, still am. I'm just a car guy in general. I had Volkswagens. I was always into Volkswagens.
Man, that's why I started. VWs,
right?
bro. That's
what's up.
Yeah.
I wanted something to fit a few criteria. I wanted something that was going to be mean as fuck. I hope I could curse. I wanted a V8 because I never had a V8. You know, Volkswagen worlds. I was running around with a 1.8, 2.0. So I was like, you know what? I want something with some real grunt. And when I was trying to find a car that was just mean, wasn't too expensive, obviously, and this had some balls to it. And when I saw that SRT8 Charger, and I was like, yo, that's the car right there. That's the one. So that's what got me into the Mopar world.
Now I got a question. What's the deal with the push bar? Tell us about that. How did that become a thing?
All right. The push bar, 2 reasons. One, it was the same thing. I was trying to find a car that was so mean, just mean and aggressive. And I was like, how can I make the meanest car that I could find even more mean and more aggressive and more scary? And nothing scares me more, you know, growing up than because we like to race, right? I like to drive fast. Nothing scared me more than driving down the highway at 100 and whatever miles an hour and then seeing a Dodge Charger with a push bar on the side of the road with the lights just lurking up in the cut. I was like, I get chills. Even to this day, I still get chills. So that's what made me do that. I was like, I want something just going to look mean. You've
had it on multiple cars too, right?
The push bar that I have on my car right now is like 10 years old.
Oh, so you had it on another car previous. Okay.
Yeah. All right. What sealed the deal for me with that was that the first Transformers movie. With that scene when Barricade, I think it was pushed up on Witwicky and he just kept driving up on him and he was just like with the push bar.
The push bar, yeah.
I was like, that's so fire right there, and I just had to do it. And that's what made me get it.
Hey man, the way you got it right now, like you nailed it though, man. With like how it's all painted now to match and bro, that shit is just perfection.
So I have a question as well because your car has gone through a couple of transformations. Do you care to just walk us through like it looked like this at one time, and now you've arrived at this result?
What was the inspiration behind all of these builds? Because I think you, to kind of caveat off of his question, because you probably had like different, like at least four different looks or builds, right? Like between 4 to 5. So like, what was the inspiration between all of these different looks that you've had on your car?
So it's not really like the way you're making it sound. It's not like, here's version 1. All right, ready for version 2. Let's do version 2. It was just, it literally is like a smooth transition. I was just like, let me do something different. And whatever, there was things that happened from time to time that caused me to change it. Like, one of the things, unfortunately, that made me change it from the red to what it is now was the car got keyed. The guy that had a domestic violence altercation, he keyed the car, and I just was like, you know what? Unfortunately, the girl I was dating passed away because of that altercation. So I was like, I just want to change this. I don't want anything that reminds me of that situation. So it's things like that. It was never like, one iteration after the other. It was just me continuously trying to change, continuously doing things that make myself happy. That's all it is. Like you'll see, changes again in 6 months or something different. I saw FaTKaT Shaq sign in. He's like the only person that's got more versions than me, I think. I swear to God.
Yeah, we had, and it's funny that you just mentioned that because we have FaTKaT. Actually, FaTKaT Shaq was our very first guest that we had on the live that we do every Sunday at 6:00 p.m. By the way, there you go, man. Make sure you all here every Sunday 6:00 p.m. Eastern. Anyway. But he was the first one that we had on here, and we got to learn the background behind his build and the reason why, saying like he's had different mods on his car. So, like I said, I hope that's what people get out of this. That's kind of like the vision we have with the live shows here, is to not only get what you see on face value, but to kind of learn the background and the stories behind these things. So it's fun. So it's kind of funny that you mentioned his name because you just said. I don't think a lot of people knew, at least I didn't know, the reason why you changed that version from, when you had the red one or when you had it red to now.
Well, to gray,
said. Right. From what you just said right now. Like, that's interesting to me as to why you decided to change that, and merge it into what you got right now.
Right.
So, yeah, so that's pretty dope, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. I think the first time that I seen you are right, the red to the gray, because the first time that I seen your car was, I think, a lot of ways that you got introduced to a lot of people, and you just mentioned it not too long ago, Mod to Fame's video, right? When your car was red at that point, with the push bar and everything else. So, what inspired that whole like video and just trying to get your car out there?
Well. A lot of that was I would say Steph's vision, because we met up and it was all about his vision to get that car on camera and start recording. That was the first time I did anything like that, and it was like a dream come true. Since I was a kid, I've had cars. I was modding cars since I was a kid, since I was like 17, 16, and I've always wanted to have my car in a magazine or featured on television or in a movie or commercial, anything. And to have Steph do that for the first time and just feature the car and interview me, I was nervous as hell, but that was like a dream come true. So that was that was him. That was all him.
Hey, so, you did say you was into European cars before, and I know that Skybox is a big, like a European thing for like the guys with the Audis. And I just love the fact that you was able to pull that off on a freaking Charger, bro. Like, I would have never thought, bro. You know what I mean? Well, I know my brother. Hey, matter of fact, Sam. I'm sure you know who Sam is, right? I think Sam had hit you up about the box, and my brother was interested in getting it.
Okay.
It had to be maybe a month or two ago. I think
a bunch of people. We before I put the box on the car, we were joking around, like the people who knew I was going to do it, and they were like, people are going to start hitting you up, asking you about that box, and like maybe 3 times a day, I get asked where to get it, how to put on. Yeah.
My brother was interested in doing it though. He got a yellow Charger, but I'm not sure if he's gonna go the route yet or not. But it looks dope on your car, man.
I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Just because the car is American muscle doesn't mean you can't do certain things to it because these things are deemed to be a European look. Or if you look at the car looks like a European, 4-door Grand Tourer or something like that. It doesn't really look like a old school American muscle car. I mean, it is a Dodge, but I'm just doing whatever I think looks nice. I could care less what's supposed to be on an American car, what's supposed to be on a European car. I don't care about that.
Hey, I was wondering, what's the wheel and tire setup you're running on on your Charger?
So they're AG Luxury 22, 10.5 in the front and 12.5s in the rear.
Wow.
And they're spec'd to poke out about 4.5 inches. So the wide body kit is 5 inches on each side. The car is 10 inches wider than stock.
Damn. I'm actually doing
Looks
a wide
good.
body
It
right
looks
now.
damn good. It looks damn good.
I'm doing a factory wide body setup on my car right now, and it's only going to be, obviously, the factory one is only 3 inches wider.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's like nothing compared to that.
Yeah, I mean,
inches, holy shit.
We were just working, me and the guys who did it, Modified Concepts, who helped me spec the wheels, R&E, Auto Collision in the Bronx, who helped me do the body work. When we did this whole project, we didn't realize that, this is a one-off in terms of how wide we were going, and I didn't know what to expect. So when I threw those wheels on, and then I realized I couldn't even make a U-turn with that car, it was like that scene in Austin Powers when he's in a little thing trying to make a U-turn. He's got to make 98 little turns.
Oh,
that was me.
Man.
I couldn't make a U-turn because the wheels are so wide they were hitting the inside of the wheel wells and the frame.
Oh, shit.
So
Man.
I had to bend away the frame and I had to cut away the wheel wells to make that work. But whatever, you got to make it work.
Looks good. I'm about to say it looks good. It's worth it.
I think you were one of the first ones to actually mold a wide body onto one of these cars, because I know. So we got another. He no longer has the car. Actually, I'm gonna tell you this. So we got a friend down here or an associate that he wide bodied his car. It was blue as well. It was blue. It's the indigo blue. He, like I said, he no longer has the car. But I remember I went and I did a feature of his car, and I did on the feature I said first wide body, Charger right, because this is obviously way before the factory ones came out, and we put that video up, man. It got instant traction, and then a week later, you dropped your car. You debuted your car and completely just shitted on him. Not in a bad way. I'm just saying, I know even him, he was like, damn, because any kind of traction, any kind of movement that he had going, man, when you debuted that thing coming out, man, molded up and everything, and as wide as it was on the wheels and all that, it just completely just took everything by storm.
Tell him my apologies.
Definitely a first.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that to him.
So
that thing came out. My car came out maybe a year, maybe I would say 8 months later than I expected it to come out. It was in the shop I would say 6 to 7 months longer than I wanted it to be. So it would have been a lot earlier.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So going back to the Mod to Fame video, right, with Stefan. By the way, shout out to Stefan from Mod to Fame. He was on here the week before last, I believe. And so what would you say, or if it did, how would you say your whole social media presence and all that changed after that video?
That was the most growth I've seen on Instagram after that video. Absolutely. I don't know what it was about that one video. It was his best video for a while. I think it got eclipsed by another video with the Black 300. But since we started that video, we did that video and he had 4,000 subscribers. And so for the amount of subscribers he had at the time, for that video to go, to 1 million views, it was big. And I don't know what it was about that video, but people were just, my Instagram was just it went from 14 to 30 in a few months. Wow. It was crazy. Man. Yeah. and just kept growing. It slowed down, but I mean that rate, I thought my head was like.
He was like, "Yeah, I got the dopest car on the internet right now." That's how you felt?
What's crazy is because I thought that, see, Instagram's funny. You have to stay not relevant, but you have to stay on top of it because the algorithm's always changing. So I'm always doing research on what to do to grow the page or whatever. And if you're not staying up with the algorithm changes and the updates, you just get left behind. But when that video dropped and the following was growing and growing, I was like, I thought I could do no wrong. I was like, man, whatever you need to know, I got you. I'll tell you how to grow your page. But meanwhile, it wasn't even that. It was just off the heels of that video. So you have to stay on top of it. But I owe a lot of what my Instagram has become to Fame and Steph and what he did.
Hey, let's give a quick shout out to Demonology in the building, man. Demonology in the building, man. What is going on? Again, like I said, if there's a brochure to come, and somebody's like, man, I want to get into the Mopar world. What do I need to know, man? You will literally give him a pamphlet, a brochure, and it's going to have Demonology's picture and Hellcat Enforcer, and you're going to say, here, this is everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying? These are your goals. You know what I'm saying? And there you go, man. And as a matter of fact, it's the best of both worlds because there's one that literally is go fast, go fast, go fast. And the other one is also, it's a Hellcat, but it's, what I'm saying, show. And obviously can also go fast as well, man. So, yeah, salute to you guys, both of y'all, for sure. Holding down the Mopar game. What were you going to say, Model de Muscle?
No, I was going to say he might have a quick 5-step tips on how to soul snatch real quick in the brochure.
Now, yo, since you seem to dare to be different, that color, I'm guessing that is not indigo blue.
No. I even hashtag recently not indigo blue. I get asked that a lot. You only think it's indigo blue because you haven't seen it in person.
Yep, I figured
it's not. It's similar, but it's not. The car has in some lights. When the lights are dim or some angles, the car looks purple. It doesn't even look blue. It's
purple. I figured that.
It's House of Colors. It's candy paint.
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool.
All right, so I have to ask you, man, what lights do you have on that thing? I think you have
all of them.
Like, wait. Like whoever does like all of your work, man. Like I think like everybody needs to go to these people. But like your obviously your your lights that are glowing and stuff like that. The head or the DRLs and your underglow and all that is one thing. But your strobes, like I've never seen strobes like they're better. They're literally better than police cars. So it's like, what strobes are you running, man? And what did it take to set all that stuff up to make it all in unison like that?
So I do all my own lighting, and that's probably the most amount of time spent on that car. The most amount of man hours I put on that car has just been lighting, and my underglow DRLs. All the accent light, that's all lighting trends. That's where I get my stuff from. But I install all my own lights. The strobes are just a mixed match of different manufacturers that I just threw in there. And if you follow the car over time, you see it grow. There's a lot less lights, back when the car was red. And it just grew. And I'm about to tear the car down in a couple weeks completely and redo all the lighting. So it's going to be like double what's on it right now.
Oh, wow.
Man. So, yeah, man, that's, like I said, that the lighting on that thing, I think that's the most, when I look at it, I'm like, damn, like that lighting is dope. Like I said, in the way it's all literally like, you know what I'm saying? Because, so for instance, like I have lighting trends on mine. If you watch my YouTube channel, you could kind of get a guess of how I feel about lighting trends. But, hey, it is what it is. Different people have different experiences. So, but I would say though, man, like I said, sometimes people add too much. And if you were to tell me, I'm gonna be like, if you were to tell me, yo, this is what I'm gonna do, like, yo, FaTKaT, this is what I'm gonna do. These are all the lights I'm gonna put on my car. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like on paper, I'll be like, bro, I think it might be too much. But bro, you made that thing work, man. That thing looks super dope. It's the cleanest that I've seen as far as people putting, you know what I'm saying, like all the different lights on the car. And the strobes, like I said, is, you know, second to none, bro. So big time salute to that.
I appreciate
real quick, man, let's go ahead and get in. Mission Flyer in the building. What is going on, Mission Flyer?
Yeah,
Appreciate you for joining the live stream today.
That's a nasty Hellcat too. That one right there, yeah.
Yes, sir. The real New York, the bottom man in the building, of course, man, because he is Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Neil says, man. Neil says, man, it looks like a Volkswagen Blue, going back to the roots.
You know yo, it kind of do like that S4 that the S4 comes with also.
Real New York got it right there.
House of Color?
House of Color, cobalt blue.
Yeah. Yo, matter of fact, New York, I think he does like do a lot of paint work and stuff like that. He is into that stuff, so he would know.
So here's a fun fact. I had my ZX9 painted the same color, and I had a Jetta with matching rims with chrome lips painted the same color. So I have a history with that color, that paint in that color.
Wow. Hey, I want to kind of switch it up a little bit, man. And granted, you know, any questions that I ask, you know, if you don't feel like talking about it, hey, all you gotta say, no, I don't want to answer that. But real quick, man, I don't think you're probably shy about this because you have it on your profile page. So if anybody again actually pays attention instead of just looking at pictures and double clicking, you know, double tapping and whatnot, on your profile page it says you are a cancer survivor. Can we talk a little bit about that, man, and you know, what you were going through at that time, and basically up to the time now that you've survived it?
So this year I'm 5 years cancer free in remission. So you know, that's a blessing. It's like thank you.
Beautiful thing. Congrats.
It's a milestone. So yeah, I'm really happy to be here, and nothing has made me appreciate my mortality more than that first time, you know, I got told I got colon cancer. Back in 2014, I was just having stomach issues, problems going to the bathroom right before I was going to Afghanistan. And I was like, I didn't know what it was, but when sometimes us guys, we just think that, you know, whatever, I'll get past it. It's no big deal. And you don't even want to go to the doctor to get checked. And I was like, I need to get checked. So when I finally went and got checked, actually got checked once, and the doctor told me, you're too young to worry about anything, and it didn't do any checks on me. And he honestly almost killed me, because if I had got the colonoscopy then, I would have been good, probably just, you know, polyps removed. But a couple of years fast forward, I got checked again because nothing got better, and I had blood in my stool. And so they were like, yeah, you have high risk stage 2 colon cancer. And I had a perforation, a hole in my colon. So I was like bleeding internally and hemorrhaging. And so they were like, you need to have surgery yesterday. And, you know, I went through the surgery, everything was successful. And then unfortunately the worst part was the chemo. That's just the worst. I don't wish that upon anybody, and anybody who's, you know, had to go through that, God bless them. But I'm in remission, you know, 5 years later, I'm here, still here.
Hey, like Real New York says, man, cancer free 5 years. Big time salute to that, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
And you know, we wish you many more years of health and on this, you know what I'm saying, and being a blessing on this earth, man, because we need to see like 10 more iterations of the Hellcat. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. So yeah, man, but definitely, man, for sure, man.
I appreciate
we got Shaka 252 in the building, man. Says what it do.
What's going on?
Shannon says, man, it's the nicest blue I've seen, man. Hey,
thank you, Shannon.
Pretty much anything he does is the nicest thing that we've seen, literally. And the car is never dirty. Like, never dirty.
Never.
Every time I move it, if it leaves the driveway and I'm getting ready to drive it, it gets washed first. Always.
Nice.
I used to be like that back when I was young.
Game up.
Real New York says I painted that color a lot on the Harleys, man. Oh, so that's what's up.
I love that color, man.
Hey,
I might come to him to repaint it, because I need to repaint it. The paint job isn't the greatest.
You can't tell. Hey, Demonology has a suggestion for you, man. He says, enforcers should I add, actually he has a question. Should I add clear lights and red lights on the bottom of my car as it goes down the track?
The answer is always going to be yes from me, because I like light so much. I think I have a problem. So, you know, bring it by, Demonology. Maybe we could work something out, man. Spend a little time. You can show me how to go faster, and I'll throw some lights on the car.
And you gotta do something where like it lights up and says "soul snatched" or whatever, like lighting up on the ground. You know what I'm saying? As he's killing somebody, soul snatched. Or you know what I'm saying? Or probably like a beam beaming up into the, you know what I'm saying? Beaming up.
Like a bat signal.
Yeah, like a bat signal. Another soul snatched. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope, man.
Shit.
He says, man, the real New York says, man, that's a good idea. 65 Mustang Kid says, man, what rank are you in the military?
Staff Sergeant.
What branch were you in?
Air Force National Guard and 4 years in the Navy active duty also.
Oh, okay. But the real New York says, man, my cousin passed away from that in 2014. It's no joke because he was misdiagnosed, man.
Sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that.
You know,
that's rough. That's when I got diagnosed, 2014.
2014. You know, I would say, man, I kind of, not a story, but so my wife, people don't know, man, my wife works at Moffitt Cancer Center, which is one of the premier cancer centers in the nation, right? And she didn't realize like how many people actually come in and they're like, man, I've been trying to get diagnosed or referred like forever, for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they have like, I mean, I'll just go ahead and put it out there, man. Especially people that have like VA and stuff like that or whatnot.
Right.
Like, man, I've been going to the VA, and you know, the running joke in the military is, you know, you get a couple aspirins, they give you some aspirins and whatever, and they'll be like, you'll be all right. So, but she was like, man, it's so crazy. She didn't know how many people come there, especially like coming from the VA, and they're like literally 3 years. Man, I've been trying to get, you know, referred for the last 3-4 years, and by the time they get there, they're stage 4 already. You know? So that's she's crazy. Like, man, like it just opened her eyes on how many people are out there walking around with this stuff, you know, with things in their body or cancer and things like that, and they can't get to the hospital, they can't get to a specialist and things like that, man. So yeah, so big time salute, man, and again, blessings that you were able to, you know, even still catch it, even though you were I guess misdiagnosed in the beginning, or they didn't want to, you know, touch it, and but you were still able to catch it, man. So that's definitely a big time blessing. You know what I'm saying?
You guys, everybody that knows me knows this little guy. His name is Chemo. There's a reason why his name is Chemo is because I got him in 2014 when I got diagnosed. So I attribute him a lot to my survival, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have made it as easily as I did. This little guy, he's the truth.
That's awesome.
That's what's up.
There you go. What's going on, Chemo? Big time salute, man. Shannon says, man, even in the rain, it's clean. I'm telling you, man. Boy, this guy. Demonology says, bet he's gonna add that. He's gonna add that, man, over to you guys. Hey, Demonology, head over to New York. Go check out Mod the Fame over there, and make a stop over at Hellcat Enforcer, and he's gonna throw on some lights for you. You know what I'm saying? The real New York man says, everybody smash that like button. Yes, sir. Please do, man.
Please do that.
Like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Let me borrow that blue. 65 Mustard says, man, thank you for your service.
Appreciate it.
Look at that. The real New York says, yeah, man, they told his cousin it was his gallbladder.
Yeah, crazy. That's rough, man. That's rough.
That's crazy, man.
Hey, good question, man. Neil says, what is your next car?
So right now I have a Acura MDX. The 2020 is my daily, and since I made the Hellcat like basically into a show car, I don't drive it as much because I'm less inclined to drive it places, and it's so recognizable and over the top. It's like sometimes you just want to move and not be like low people key. Harassing you or coming up to low key. That, and two, I worry about it. I don't want to park it anywhere. So with all the stereo equipment that's in it right now, I'm not trying to park that anywhere. But I love the MDX. It's comfortable for what I wanted it for. But like I want something as my daily that's a little bit more fun. So I'm thinking about like trading that in and getting like maybe a Hellcat, not Hellcat, a Trackhawk or something. I would get that Durango SRT Hellcat, but it's such a limited run, and they're going to be super expensive. But if I could find a deal on the Trackhawk, I might make that my daily, and then who knows what I'll do with that.
Yo, it seems like everybody with a Trackhawk, they can't help but to go fast, bro.
Right.
Once they feel when that thing takes off, like damn, if I go fast, imagine what it take off like.
It's more fun in a way than the Hellcat because the rear wheel drive I just blow up tires all day long.
You know what I like about the Trackhawk? It's just unassuming because you just think that it's not going to move as fast as it does, and then when they put the pedal to the ground, you're just like. Every time I see it take off, I'm just like, wow, I can't believe that just happened.
It's ridiculous.
So, yeah.
So if I get my hands on one, I might, play around with it a little bit. We'll see.
But that was gonna be my question. So you're like, I'll see what I'll do. So I was gonna say, because I'm pretty sure, I know you got some ideas. I know you kind of like you're just kind of letting it off easy right now. But everybody has ideas, especially somebody of your caliber that saying you literally do things to your car all the time. So it was like. Let us in on a little. I know you got something. Let us in.
So you mean like in terms of what I would do with a Trackhawk?
If you had a Trackhawk, what would be like your vision for it?
Here's the thing: the more, and I've learned that over the years, but especially it's reigning true with the Hellcat right now. The more you do to a car, the more you mod it, the more you kind of have to be careful. So like I can't, as much as I love to drive fast, I can't take my Hellcat on the highway and go 185 right now because I'm afraid of cosmetic pieces flying off. I got to be careful. It's a show car. So I wouldn't want to go too crazy on the Trackhawk. I would want it to be fun, so I would build it to just to be fun. Make it a little faster, pulley here and there, a little more boost, but not crazy cosmetics. Like as much, if I had unlimited funds, I'd be like, wide body that bitch too. But but then it wouldn't be as fun. It wouldn't be as fun as a daily anymore, once you start going down that route. So I'd probably try to keep it low key.
What suspension's on your Charger right now? What's that you're running on there?
Airlift Performance.
Airlift, all right, nice.
Seems to be the
way to go.
FaTKaT Youtube air performance of choice.
Hey, let me tell you guys something, man. Everybody that I see who has bags, and I'm not knocking anybody with bags, as you guys know, I'm been going back and forth on it for a while. But somebody's always on the side of the road when they got bags. I'm just saying. It's just what I see. Just the other day, I was coming out of work, and I'm sure you guys know Savage SRT, right? I know Savage SRT, right? He has the wrap Trackhawk.
That's a
camel wrap Trackhawk. Mm-hmm. Well, me and him happened to work in the same location. I was coming out of work, and I see my boy on the side of the road, and I was like, yo, what's that? I was like, hold on. So I did a U-turn because at first I was like, maybe he's just doing something. And I was like, nah, let me turn around and make sure he's straight. And I turn around, right, go pull up behind him, and I was like, yo, you good? He was like, man, my bags went out. I was like, there you go again, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he was there, man. He was going through it, trying to figure out what was going on. He was stressed out because he had to go pick up his daughter from school, so on and so forth. And I was like, and I just don't want to be in that situation, man, where you're running late, you got to do something, you got to pick up one of your kids. His daughter's only 6 years old, so it's not like he could just call and be like, hey, whatever, wait for me here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ended up having to take. I was like, yo, let me go. I was like, let me take you to get your daughter, so at least you have your daughter, and she's not just sitting in the school. So I took him. We left his car there. We took him. I took him over there, got his daughter, and I brought him back. Ended up being, he traced it down to, he blew three fuses in the middle of him driving. In the middle of him driving. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, man, but he got it all fixed now. But I'm just saying, like, this just, bro, my H&Rs, I can just get in my car and drive, bro. Like, I know I'm not worried about my car airing out.
Here's what it is. Here's what it is. With bags, it's high risk, high reward. You know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
I mean, you can't compare it to like pulling up somewhere and just be like,
yeah, I know.
That's
when you pull up and you just air out, everybody just be like, who that? Like, yo, what was that?
But
you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna put airbags on your car, you're gonna have more points of failure. So you gotta be on top of it.
Nope.
And that's why
it's something else. Now,
when I had the same system that's on my car right now, on my 08 SRT8. And I called Airlift on the phone. I was like, yo, I got a Hellcat. What do you have for the Hellcat? And they were like, yo, it's the same system. So I pulled the car in my backyard, pulled the wheels off, and got to work on the Hellcat and threw the same system on it. So
right on it, yeah.
Because I did that, now I know that system inside and out. And every time the wheel is off, I trace the lines. I make sure everything's set up. I make sure there's no cuts in the bag. You have to stay on top of it. And if you do, you'll be all right.
You see, like for me, like once I get a car, see the thing with my car right now is that it is my daily. The first time I've ever had like my main car, and I've never had a daily. Like I've always had a daily driver, but right now I don't have one. So my daily is the car that is my Charger. So that's the reason why I wouldn't do it right now. But when that time comes that I get another car, I get a daily or whatever it is, that's when I would go bags because I'm not driving the car every day. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if something happens, I'm not stuck. Where it's like if I gotta wait for it, like if something catastrophic happens and I gotta wait for a part to come in a week or 2 weeks, now I can't go to work. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So until that car is not my, it's not my daily, that's when I will bag it. But until that time, it's too many things, man. This guy right here, we've been out plenty of times.
Yeah, it was one time. Stop it. One time.
Well, in Paul's defense, that issue in Orlando, it was I think it was close to something that it was hot and the line blew or something like that.
Yeah, that was it. It was running too close to pass the actual exhaust, like the cat. It was too close to that, and I guess after a while, the heat just got to it. So you can see where the line exploded outwards. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it just got weak. So I was able just to cut out that part of the line, connect it back, and I was back rolling.
I keep those little joints in my car just for that reason.
Yeah, I end up buying a few of those now afterwards, so I can cut at any point. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I got
I
bought 2 or 3 for myself and 3 for my brother also. So we safe now on that. So it doesn't matter where the line break, you can just fix it quick, fast.
Mission Fly says only Accurate, but Accurate went out of business.
Yeah, they done.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So for instance, so like with that, so like if you got plenty of people had Accurate, but they went out of business. So if something happens with your management system, where do you go?
You're gonna be calling Airlift. You're gonna be calling Airlift for an upgrade.
You be calling Airlift. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But yeah, man. Hey, Jafari agrees with me, man. He said, "Yes, sir, Cat." Exactly, man. I just want to get in my car and drive. Like I said, if it's not a daily driver, cool. I get it, man. But if that car is my daily driver, bro, I can't be messing around with, my car sitting on the side of the road for whatever reason.
Ultimate low-key daily driver, man. I'm in a Prius every day. Tinted out everything, the windshield, everything tinted. Dog as hell.
That's really low-key.
Yo, FaTKaT, I pulled up at FaTKaT house. He was like, yo, you know what? Ain't nobody would ever think garage driven being that. Like,
no, sir.
Right.
My man at work in the Air Force, he had a Prius. Like, this was probably 10 years ago. And we used to get on him every day for that Prius. And he ends up getting in an accident, and he actually he got T-boned and flipped the car on his side.
Oh shit!
On the driver's side. So he was good. He came to work 2 days later, but we were cracking up on him. We were like, "Yo, did you just stick your hand out the window and push the car back up on his wheels and drive away?"
Yeah, you probably could.
Always gonna get you for Priuses, man. But,
hey, because I swear, driving that thing, when it's windy outside, I'll be driving. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like goddamn wheels are so small, and I'm like, man, this is just a beater. Go back and forth to work. I just want to be low key.
But you get 89,000 miles to the gallon, so I can't talk about that.
That is true, bro. He be telling me how many miles to get. He be like, yo, I go back and forth to work like 6 times before I got to put gas. I'll be like, what?
Yeah, that shit crazy.
God, I got to get me one, man.
Yo, that's awesome.
It's like $15, bro. My charger, when I do that with my charger, if I drive it back and forth to work, it's like $50 for 3 days. I'm like, nah, man, this don't make any sense.
Hey, let's take a quick intermission, man. Quick intermission real quick before I interrupt you, Greg. BYOB, man. Bring your own drink. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whatever you prefer, man. Hey, water, soda, an adult beverage, I prefer. You know what I'm saying? Come down, sit down, hang out with us for a quick hour or so. BYOD, man. Again, every single Sunday, 6:00 p.m. Eastern, we here going live, bringing you guys special guests and all that, man. But while you're in here right now, man, if you're not already, man, hit that subscribe button. hit that notification bell. And make sure you guys smash some like buttons as well as you guys are in here. Hey, real quick. Hey, so you mentioned like a lot of the things that you do on your own, even your own, like you just mentioned you did your own air suspension, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, where did you learn how to do this stuff, or like were you just always like inclined to do it, or were you just like determined not to pay somebody else to do it? You know what I'm
saying? Yes.
Yes to all of that. Yes to all of that.
That's me. I didn't want to pay nobody to do shit.
I was in the back. I blew the transmission on my Jetta, and I was in the backyard of my parents' old house, you know, with bench pressing the transmission, putting it on the side, doing it. My uncle was like, "How did you learn how to do that?" I was like, "The Chilton's book that you left on the side that you was using to work on your Jetta." And I just started reading it. Just looked in the book. That was before, you know, you could look up YouTube how to do everything.
Yeah.
But I encourage everybody to try and do stuff yourself. I mean, it's one thing to just, if you have the money, you just pay for everything to get done. It's one thing, but you're not going to be invested in your build if you don't put your hands on it. And that just came out of necessity when I was younger. I didn't have money to do stuff. I'm handy. I've always been handy. I have electronics background in the military. So, I like lights. I've always liked lights. I have a problem. I'm like a legit problem. So that's why the car looks like that.
It looks good though, man. It looks good.
I know where you're coming from with the learning how to work on your shit yourself. Because back in the day with them Volkswagens, I blew too many transmissions on my VR6, bro. It was like going down left and right. I was like, oh, every few weeks, trying to street race, wilding out, break a tranny. And then I think it was one more that I blew up using nitrous. So I get it.
I have a question on, since you work on things yourself, what's been the hardest install for you on your charger?
Hardest install? I guess it was the air suspension it wasn't really that difficult, but it was just the biggest project I did on the charger at the time. I mean, I put air ride on that Hellcat like 3 weeks after I got it. So, actually, I'm sorry. The push bar was probably harder. The push bar was harder because they don't make push bars and really the brackets for the SRT style front fascia.
Yep.
They make it for RTs. They make it for V6s because that's what the police use. They don't make it for our style fascia. So I called the same thing, called the push bar people, had the push bar for a while, and I was like, yo, I need brackets. I need a new push bar for the new car. And they were like, they sent me one for 2014. They didn't really even know. So when I got it, the brackets didn't work. And I was like, I already had the front fascia off. Again, had the Hellcat for like 3 weeks or something like that. And I had the whole front fascia off in my backyard. And I was like, all right, I got to figure something out. So I just custom made brackets. So I had to wing it. I didn't know what I was doing. That was difficult.
That's cool though. You ended up getting it to work. Now that's one of the state even pieces on your car. So that's pretty cool.
And Rodeo York says the answer is yes. Oh man, that's funny, man. Hey, Mission Fly says, man, Greg knows about those 1800 morning checks on government vehicles. 1800 morning? You talking about 0600 checks? What are you talking about? Yeah, hey, I understand
1800. No, 1800 is not the time. That's the checklist that you got to go down.
Oh, okay, I got you. It must be an Air Force thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I know.
So
yeah.
Because I know in the Army we do our maintenance on our vehicles. It'd be like 06, 07 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But you know, y'all Air Force, or you know, when you're Navy, so Navy, Air Force, Mission Flowers, Air Force. You know, you guys go out there with like a little checklist. We're like, all right, it's good. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm about to ask is it like 1800 components? Is that what they consider?
No. It's just it's like, I think that's the document. The name of the form.
The form. Okay,
form 1800.
Gotcha. All right. Because I mean,
we used to call it.
You're talking about airplanes now and stuff. I know there's a lot of shit to check.
PMCS, man. But I do not miss those days. PMCS checks on our trucks or Humvees and all that stuff. God, bro, it was the worst time in the morning to do that.
So anal, right? They so anal about that.
Hey, so real
and
quick,
then you get in your personal car and you're like, whatever. You just start driving.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yo, Catfish in the building. What's going on, Catfish Corner, man? Appreciate you for checking in today.
Catfish Corner.
Hey, before we let you go, hey, Greg, before we let you go, man, and I know you kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, man, but is there any way that you could give us a little bit of detail on what your next iteration, your next version of the Hellcat Enforcer may be? Can we get some sneak inside scoops on what is to come next on the Hellcat Enforcer?
I honestly don't know, and that's the 100% honest answer. The only things I have planned for it right now are, because it's a car that I kind of want to show and I'm not happy with the paint, I want to get it done properly. Like, I legit might repaint that whole car, same color, but I want somebody who knows how to paint candy to do it right.
It looks good other than not you say, I guess if you see it in person,
right? If you know what you're looking for,
if
you know about paint, you know what you're looking for. When you see it in person, under the right angles, the right light, you're like, okay, yeah, that needs some work. But and that's once you go show and you're showing the car, those are the things that you kind of look at and you're like, yeah, this is I need this to be right. So if anybody's listening,
those indoor shows, crazy. Those shows will get you every time.
It's actually more outdoor. It's more outdoor because the sun hits it on the right angle. It shows all those swirl marks or everything that's not great.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So, hey, I want to say, man, thank you, man, for coming on to the show today.
I appreciate you guys.
We're supposed to have you on, a couple of weeks ago, a couple little mishaps or whatnot, but appreciate you for hanging in there and not say, man, these guys, man, I ain't gonna mess with these guys. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate you, man, for coming on today, man. We greatly appreciate it. Like I said, there's a lot of things that, like I said, one of the things that we like to do on this show again is to learn behind the scenes again, all the things that go into it. Like I said, we can look at pictures all day, we can look at videos all day on YouTube, but you don't really know the stories behind a lot of these things. And not even that, the story behind the person itself, So that's what we try to do on this show, man, is to give people the insights, scoops, like I said, on the behind the scenes stuff. You know what I'm saying? So again, appreciate you for coming on. Appreciate you for being, I guess an open book and talking about all these different things with us today. You know what? There was one more thing I wanted to ask you before I let you go. That's what I forgot. If you don't mind. So not only do you do a lot of your own, installs and all that stuff, but man, you, if it's you, I guess it's a question. Is it really you behind the wheel of this car when you be doing all these sliding all over the place and donuts everywhere and this and that? Is that you behind the wheel? Because for instance, I think when it came out the most was part 2 with Mod the Fame, and you guys did like the whole pursuit video. Like, was that you behind the wheel?
Dude, I don't even like taking my car to the dealership to let them drive it. Like, nobody's driving that car,
especially driving in that manner, right?
If I take the car to the dealership and I leave it to the guy, usually I talk to it's got to be a dealer that I have a connection at, and I'm like, all right, listen, I'm bringing this car in. I'll bring it into the bay if you want me to bring it in the bay. Like, and if I do let somebody drive it, like, the only place that happens is at the dealership, and I'm like, and the dude's like, could you go wait in the waiting area? And I'm like, nah, where are you going with my car? Right. So yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I'm always driving. That's another thing of mine. I've always, just been into racing, driving crazy. I'm a wannabe stunt driver at heart. So I like having fun with the car.
Hey, you be whooping the hell out that damn Hellcat. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Especially, like I said, if you guys don't know, man, go back and watch that Mod the Fame video, part 2, when they were doing, basically the chasing scenes. Man, I was like, is this him whipping that car? Like, you coming around the bend, like it looked like a real movie.
You got to see, I don't know if you've seen him, but I work with this other company, Galaxy Visual, and some of the videos are on my page on YouTube also, but the videography in that is awesome, and there's some projects coming up with J-Dubs and Liquid Lens Photo. If you follow them on Instagram, we're working on something big, so there's going to be lots of stuff coming through. You're going to see a lot more driving a lot more crazy stuff. So check it out.
That's dope, man. Guys, you guys got anything else for Greg or Mr. AKA Hellcat Enforcer?
Thanks for spending. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead first. You go ahead.
No, I was saying thanks for coming on here and sharing your knowledge and your life story with us, with you in the car. I think
appreciate that.
Awesome.
I appreciate that.
And, you know, again, sorry.
Go ahead. Finish it.
He's like, zip it.
Yo, but no, again, thanks for your service. I appreciate that as well.
Thank you, fam. Thank you.
All right, Joe,
I got one last thing.
Go ahead.
Can you just make me a little recording in that intro so I could just like play it when I show up places? That's just so dope. I want to the way you introduced me. I need to have that recording.
Oh, you want a little snippet? All right.
It's coming to the stage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Facts. I feel like the robe should be on.
I think we could work that out. I think we could work that out, man. As long as you let me drive your car whenever I go up to New York.
Oh shit!
He said, "Never mind." Hey, you know what though? Hey, I would say, man. I do understand what you're saying as far as the dealership. As a matter of fact, I made a video, man. The dealership even called me back because I was sitting there like making a video. I had my camera with me, and these dudes, man, like in the service line, it's just like this dealership is weird. They just got like one service line, and the dude got in my car to like move it up, bro. There's speed bumps in the service line. You can tell my car is modified. You know what I'm saying? It don't got bags and all that, but you could tell it was low. Bro, he drove over the speed bumps like they weren't even there, bro. I was like, what are you doing? Oh, man, I was so hot, man. Then I was talking shit on camera and everything else. And I was like, yeah, that guy right there and that guy right there. You know what I'm saying? and the service man ended up calling me back and was like, can you please, I understand your frustration, but can you please? Anyway, man, Anyway, man, that's enough of all that stuff. Long story short, I understand what you're talking about. But yes, man, the real New York man says, man, he whipped it. That's for sure. Thanks for another dope show, man. Appreciate you. Shannon says the same thing, man. Great show as always, man. Learning from you guys. I appreciate it. The real New York laughing. I'm guessing when I said, let me drive your car when I go up to New York. But, hey,
he's out of there.
Hey, Greg, man, a.k.a. Hellcat Enforcer. Once again, man, thank you very much for spending this Sunday with us, man. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. And, on top of that, man, many, many, many more blessings to you. And again, congratulations on you overcoming your cancer and being in remission. Like I said, you are an individual that we definitely need, to learn from and see from it and to definitely have around for a very, very, very long time. So
thank you, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you once again.
I was about to say, keep doing great things in the Mopar community, man, making it look good, man.
Yes, sir.
You're definitely the face of the Mopar community right now. You're one of the people that definitely stand out there. You know what I mean? So keep doing your thing, man.
He's on the pamphlet, bro. As soon as you come into the game, boom, Hellcat Enforcer. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man. But yeah, man, other than that, man, greatly appreciate y'all for checking us out again. And once again, every single Sunday, we are here, 6:00 p.m. Eastern. Free smoke, man. We got, special guests in the building every single week for you guys. At least we try to. Excuse me. And, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Again, with the great, and I say that, candidly, the great Mr. Greg, a.k.a. Hellcat Enforcer. Demonologist says, man, keep it fun. No one can tell your speeds off the track. You know what I'm saying? But there you go. Oh, once again, happy birthday. Appreciate that.
Bro.
Yeah, it was my birthday last on the 25th. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. Other than that, that's all we got, man. Appreciate you guys. Once again, we are here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We'll catch you guys here again next Sunday, along with all the other videos that we got coming out for you every single day throughout the week. Once again, that's all we got. Free smoke, man. I'm FaTKaT. We got Modern Day Muscle right there. Garage Driven, Caddy Corner right there. And then, of course, we got our special guest, Greg, Mr. Hellcat Enforcer, man. We out of here. Later, man. Peace. Have a great week. Have a great rest of your weekend.